So we already went through in a previous video and looked at conditional statements, converse statements, inverse statements, and contrapositives. Between these four statements, two are going to have the same truth values, and they're going to be considered our equivalent statements. So our equivalent statements are going to be the two equivalent statements are either both true or both false. So they will always have the same truth value. We like to call them truth buddies. Alright, so looking at this first one for this first example, if a shape is a square, then it is a rectangle. And we're going to come to find that that is true. Alright, so now we're going to write out our converse, which is just switching our P and our Q. So if a shape is a rectangle, then it is a square. Oh, I messed that up. There we go. Which that is not necessarily true. So we're going to put false for this one. That does not always happen. Okay? So let's try our inverse. Inverse is negating our conditional. It's negating the original. So if a shape is not a square, then it is not a rectangle. And again, if you think about that a little bit, that is not always true. So that's going to be false. If a shape is not a square, then it is not a rectangle. Alright? And last is our contrapositive. And this is where we both switch and negate our conditional statement. So if a shape is not a rectangle, then it is not a square. And that is going to be a true statement. Alright? So let's think about this. We have our conditional and contrapositive are both true. And our converse and inverse are both true. That's actually going to always happen. These are our truth values. They are truth buddies. So they will always be equivalent statements. So let's write that out. Equivalent statements. And we have our first ones are going to be conditional and contrapositive. And our second one are going to be our converse statements and our inverse statements. Alright, thanks for watching.